Episode 1.
The Mighty Fall. I stood frozen in shock, my heart racing as I watched the man I called my husband reach his hand inside my stepmother's dress. Sophia anxiously pushed Paul away, whispering a reminder that my father and I were in the next room. But Paul didn't care. "Don't worry about her. Sarah isn't that smart, just like her father," Paul sneered, his voice dripping with contempt. "She even agreed to send him abroad for treatment. Once we get that old man on the plane, everything will be over." My eyes widened in disbelief. What the hell are they talking about? I wanted to scream, to rage, but instead I slapped my hand over my mouth, forcing myself to stay silent. I needed to hear the rest. "But are you sure everything is going well?" Sophia's voice wavered, betraying the nervousness in her face. Paul chuckled, dismissive. "We've been feeding him those drugs for months, but that old man's still holding on. Don't worry, baby. I've got everything covered." He wrapped his arms around Sophia's waist, pulling her closer. "I've already made sure Sarah will take the fall. Once the old man dies, his beloved daughter will be the only suspect. She'll rot in jail, and we'll have all their wealth to ourselves." I stared at the empty pill bottle in my hand. "So, this is it. The reason my father had gotten sick so suddenly." "Finally," Sophia whispered, kissing Paul's lips. "After all of this pretending we'll get what we deserve. You're brilliant, baby." Paul smiled, his hand wandering under her dress. "So, shouldn't you reward me for all my hard work? My cock has missed you." His vulgar words were more than I could bear. I felt the bile rise in my throat as I listened to their sickening display of affection, all while they plotted to destroy me. I stepped out from my hiding place, my body trembling with rage. "What the hell, Paul?" My voice came out raw and cracked, but it got their attention. Paul pulled away from Sophia, his expression flickering with brief surprise before settling into indifference. "How dare you?" I spat, my anger boiling over. "You've been lying to me this entire time." Paul's cold eyes met mine, his face twisted in disgust. "I never lied. You were just too blind to see the truth." His words stabbed through me like a knife. Why? Why did he hate me so much? How could he have done this to me? I had loved him. God, I had loved him so much. But all he saw in me was contempt. "We've been doing this right in front of you, and you chose not to see it," Paul continued, his voice cutting through the air like venom. "Admit it, Sarah. You knew I had someone else, but you were too pathetic to face it." I couldn't speak, my body trembling as I fought back the tears that threatened to spill. Was I really so stupid? Had I been so blind? I had sacrificed everything for this man, for the love I thought we had. Paul shrugged casually, stepping forward to grip my chin between his fingers. His touch made my skin crawl. "Sophia is the only woman I love. Every time I fucked you, I had to imagine her face just to get off." He smirked, his cruel words searing into my heart. "You're boring, Sarah. If it weren't for the fun of messing with you, I wouldn't have touched you at all." I opened my mouth to say something, anything, but no words came out. Tears streamed down my face, and I hated myself for letting them fall in front of him. My heart felt like it was splitting apart. "Don't waste time with her," Sophia chimed in, taking Paul's arm. "We've won." Suddenly, a nurse's voice pierced the air. "Mr. Davidson's condition is worsening. Where is his family?" "Dad!" My heart dropped. No, not now." I shoved past them, running toward the ward. "Dad!" I cried, shaking him gently. But he didn't respond. Panic surged through me. "Dad, please!" I shook him harder, but he remained still, his chest rising and falling faintly, too faintly. The doctors rushed in, and I was pulled away from his bedside, collapsing onto the floor outside. The tears had run dry, but the guilt inside me was a suffocating weight. This was all my fault. I should have seen it, should have known. Dad had warned me about Paul, but I didn't listen. I had been too blinded by love to see the truth. I trembled as the door to the ward opened. please," I whispered to the nurse. "Please tell me he's okay." She gave me a look of pity and shook her head. "I'm sorry." "No!" I screamed, rushing to my father's bedside. His heart monitor had flatlined, the beeping sound echoing in my head. "No, no, no, no!" I hit his chest, sobbing uncontrollably. "Please, Dad, don't leave me. I need you. Please, wake up. I'm begging you, don't die. I can't do this without you." But he didn't wake up. He was gone. My heart was shattered into a million pieces, but before I could even fully grieve, the door burst open again. Sophia and Paul entered, followed by 2 policemen. My tears turned to fury as I looked at them. I wanted to tear them apart, to make them suffer the way they'd made me suffer. But then Sophia's voice cut through my rage. "She's the one, officer." "What?" I blinked, confusion clouding my mind. The next thing I knew, cold metal handcuffs were snapping around my wrists. "You're under arrest, Mrs. Sarah, for the murder of Mr. Davidson and the illegal purchase of banned drugs."
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Make sure to ring the notification bell for more exciting episodes. You can also check out the previous and next episodes right here on the channel. Thanks again for your support, and I'll see you in the next one.